Alright guys, part 6 of my top 10 favorite tools and machines in my shop. And I think most of you guys knew this one was coming. But my SK ratchets. Yeah, I got a lot of them. I'm sure some people out there would say too many of them. But for someone who really likes SK ratchets and tools, you can never have enough. Anyway, so what I got here is some of my favorite ones. I do have more. I do have some half-inch drive ones. I think I even have a 3/4 inch drive ratchet. That's a little bit big to get in the picture here, and not something I've pulled out too many times before. So, but around here, these are a good overall representation of the SK ratchets that I either use the most around here and just the different drive sizes or styles. So first of all, my little 1/4 inch drive ratchet here. Small little thing. Most 1/4 inch drive ratchets are actually a bit longer than this one. But I will admit, I was doing a repair on my dryer a couple years ago, and just that really small space underneath it, this was just the right size. So I'd rather have it a little bit small and be able to reach into a spot than have it just lay a little bit too big and not being able to get in there at all. But as always, nice and old handle. You get a good grip. There's the part number, and as always, USA. Always gotta do that with all the ratchets, just so you guys can hear it. All right, and then this was actually my first SK ratchet that I got. I got it with a set, so it's something that it means something to me. On top of being an SK ratchet, but it was my first SK ratchet. So it was before they went to that, I think, 90 tooth. Yeah, that one system where they have, I think, teeth on the opposite sides instead of just one side. Something like that. But either way, this was my first SK ratchet, so it is still one of my favorite ratchets that I do reach for when I'm going in my toolbox. So as always, a nice solid sound. But oh yeah, and then there's the part number right there. All right, now this is my newest SK ratchet. All right, so I remember when these first came out, they had a little green lever for their switching directions, and I remember by the time I got mine, they had done away with that and gone with this dulled out lever, and I had questioned that. And besides that, I remember when I was switching it back and forth, it just was really hard and tough. I know I wasn't the only one out there that had that issue. So eventually, I even made a video of it too. And eventually, I sent it back and exchanged it for just the old style or old school type of SK ratchet. I think I got a longer 3/8 drive ratchet, but it's been about a half a year where I'm like, you know what? I still want this newer style in my box, so I went ahead and bought it. And it does feel better than what that one felt like a couple years ago. The switching mechanism is still a little bit stiff, but all in all, it's a lot better than what it was. So this is all. I went ahead and took this off, and I put my own grease in there. It is super fine and super smooth, I will say that. Plus, I really like how they have the big SK on there with the USA. So, and I did use this on a repair on my snowblower last summer, and yeah, I I really liked it for the slim head, and it just had a really smooth, solid feel to it. So, all right, and let's see if we can get the part number in here. There we go. All right. Okay, now this one, as you can see, is the same length as this ratchet over here, but it's got their I think this is a 90 tooth they call it, and if I recall, I may be wrong on this, but they added a second set of teeth or something like that in this piece. So it I think it doubled it from the 45 tooth to a 90 tooth. So as you can hear it in there. Plus, I will admit, well, yeah, I suppose it doesn't. There's not a whole lot of functionality change, but I tend to prefer this style as far as getting in there and changing direction compared to this, which is just, yeah, it's okay, but at the same time, it's not. If I had to choose one, I would probably pick that one. But let's go ahead and rotate this. All right, we'll rotate this. As you can tell, there's twice as many teeth in there. Okay, so you know what? Part number for that. What is that? There we go. Okay, now my long-handled flex head ratchet. All right, and this has the older style. You know, that's one thing I liked what SK did though, was if you want the finer tooth one, right? Then all you have to do is buy this piece itself, pop this out, pop that in, and you just double your tooth count. So that is a very easy, smart way of doing things instead of redesigning everything and redoing everything on the ratchet itself. So this one, you know what, to tell you the truth, it feels more than just a 45 tooth. I mean, I could be wrong on that, but it just feels a little bit more fine tooth than this one right here, even though I don't think it is. But anyway, so all right, and the part number right there. Okay, so, and I did notice that the handle on this, the diameter isn't as much as the shorter ratchet. As you can see here, the diameter is bigger on this one, but the knurled part is shorter. Whatever, right? So, okay, so there you have it. One of my favorite tools in my shop, or tools. It was just something where I had or I wanted to show a variety of my SK ratchets. Like I said, I do have more of them, but you know what? There's just not enough room here to lay them all out. So, but yeah. So now, and I'm not going to get into the fact that they sold out again, or they sold out to a Chinese company. I think they moved their location to Ohio or Pennsylvania. I can't remember. But I think there's a lot of question marks as far as how that's going to turn out. I think after people have seen the demise of other tool names out there just kind of fizzing out and just dying out, I don't think there's a whole lot of hope for SK to continue doing what they've been doing for so long. Who knows? But all I can say is I'm a big fan. There's also a lot of fans out there of the SK USA tools, and I'm just glad I got them when I did, We'll see how that turns out, but yeah, it's like I said, there in the world these days of it's all about investment, and if you're not if the company isn't turning that ridiculously gigantic profit, they'll just shut the whole thing down, you know. And I think that's called greed. Anyway, enough of me going on about that. So let me know what you guys have out there, what you think of SK tools. But either way, like the video, subscribe to my channel. I'll catch you guys later.